All right, welcome everybody to Elevate Your Mindset Tuesday. I'm Paul Croto. I'm here with the amazing Cheryl Morley. Say hi, Cheryl.
Hi there. I'm so
How's
excited to be here today.
Yes, it's a great day. We got a great topic today, and it's something that is near and dear to my heart. And we're continuing on a series we're kind of doing here on Mindset Monday. And Mindset Tuesday. Excuse me. We used to do Mindset Monday. Is really about getting your mind right, but we're really focusing on business right now. So everything we're kind of going over on this show is about building your business, building a business, and it doesn't matter what business you're in. What's required is to know the numbers of the business. And Cheryl, I know you're really a numbers person, so you're like an expert on this topic here.
Okay, Paul, I like that because I am not a numbers person at all. But
Cheryl, we talk about identity here.
Listen, that being said, are the numbers still the same? Whether I'm a numbers person or not? Yes, they are.
Well,
and it is good to be aware of what the numbers are so that for me, Paul, I can take all the feelings that I have when different things happen to me, take it out, and let's just focus back on the math or the numbers of the business. So that's why I like it.
I love that. And so the whole message today on today's podcast is be more math focused instead of taking everything personally. So when you're in business, it's just got to be about business and not about emotions and taking things personally from people.
Like your feelings?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's so amazing. And I think we'll get into that a little bit more, I guess. But I was just thinking about that. So when we get into that a little bit more about feelings and your emotions
let's just jump in that right now. So Cheryl and I have discussions daily on the difference between men and women. This is a fascinating topic. And I have some opinions, Cheryl, some opinions. But Cheryl, overall, this is my own opinion. We'll just talk this through and see whether you agree or not. But when you talk about differences between men and women, especially when we talk about business, what I see out there from my perspective, men typically don't take things as personally as women do. So I mean, I've gotten into fights with guys during the day, huge argument, and then we're having a drink together at night. I mean, just like, well, that was just business, so it's how we look at it. But I know,
Paul, I think it's exactly what you're saying. So men say things like, it's just business. It's not a big deal. It's just business. You're fighting one moment and you're, going at it because you have a different opinion about business, but then you can get together at night and, hey, buddy, how you doing there, old pal? And it's so, but I think that women are completely different. And yeah, we can take it more personally or whatever, but I think it's because I think for me, I'll just speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for any other women, but I just think that I feel like, let's just say if somebody says no to me, for instance, somebody says no, I feel like they've said no to me, not to the business, maybe and I've gotten better at it, of course, over 30 years. But at the very start, it was like a personal assault. Like I was like, what are you even talking about? Why would you say no to the best thing ever? And why would you say no to me? Because so all these things would go through my mind. So I think it's super important just to stick to, like we're saying, the numbers. It makes it completely different. And I'm telling you, it takes the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts, and all of those things out of the equation, which makes it easier for us. It makes it easier, right? It's made it so much easier for me.
Absolutely. And our main message on Elevate Your Leadership, which is every Thursday, is this concept of building an inner circle. And I don't care what business you're in. So Cheryl and I, we mentioned number of times that we own the Institute of Holistic Health, and there's certain numbers in building that business, which we'll go over today, just as an example. But basically, no matter what business, I also own a restaurant franchise. Cheryl, I know you're involved in some other businesses too, as well as your husband. And it comes down to numbers. There's numbers behind every single business out there. And the whole key to building that business, whatever business it is building that inner circle. Your inner circle is everything, and Cheryl, I know you built an incredible business yourself. I don't know how many women out there do $10 million or over $10 million per month in sales. Unbelievable accomplishment, but I know you're going to be the first person to say that wasn't all me.
No, no, which is beautiful, right? I mean, that's the whole beauty of what we do. It's a group, it's a community. It is everybody working together to lift everybody, to lift each other up, I guess is what I mean. And to all work together towards the same common goal. That's really what it's all about.
Yeah. So Cheryl, would you agree with me though, that 80% of your income comes from about 12 people? You could point out the 12 people that make you 80% of your income.
Of course.
Yeah. It works that way for every business. Yeah. So it's when you know that, you're like, wow, like Cheryl does over $10 million per month in sales. And she just built an inner circle of leaders that do all the, you want an inner circle around you that makes you look good. So Cheryl, you look amazing, like unbelievable. Like there's sun shining on you all the time.
Even in my pajamas.
Even in your pajamas, yeah.
Right.
But it's because you built this inner circle.
Yeah, and I think it's so important to remember that, because I think if we break it down like that, right, then the math just works out. And I think that every person that's successful in business have done the same exact thing. There's just a few people who they can point to, their inner circle, who really do the bulk of their business.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's some studies done out there on millionaires, people are earning $1 million or more a year in profit. And how many real key people do they have on their team? And the answer is always 4 or 5. It goes back to those 4 aces. Now, it's nice to have, a few extras. I don't believe in just having the minimum, but really it comes down to 4. Just, you have 4 aces in a deck of cards. So you just keep on going through cards till you find the aces. And again, I think but anybody that's successful understands this and focuses on that. I just got to find the 4 aces. I just got to find the inner circle of 12, and they don't have to be awesome. You just need 4 out of 12 to be rock stars, and you can make all the money in the world, have the most successful business in the world, have all the freedom in the world. You can even wear your pajamas till 3 p.m.
If you want to.
If you want to, yes. Which why wouldn't you want to? I mean,
I probably shouldn't have done that.
It's not every day. I mean, every other day, but not every day. No. Too funny. All right, just joking. So, Cheryl, people are out there saying though, well, nobody wants, so we're with the Institute. No one wants to get healthy. No one wants to make money. No one wants to build a business.
Yeah, well, that's just not true, right? Because we meet people every day who want to get healthy. And I think most people do want to get healthy, even though they may not know they want to get healthy. I think there's all sorts of different people at different times in their journey. And I think all of them would like to have more health. I really do believe that. So that can't be it. We just can't say that people don't want to get healthy, because that's just not true.
No, so it's a limiting belief. And it's a kind of an out, I think, for people to say, well, nobody wants to get healthy these days.
It's kind of like saying, well, nobody wants to make more money.
Right. I mean, come on.
That's not true.
The stupidest statement ever.
Yeah, that's not true.
So getting back to the concept of, or the topic today of working on, focusing on numbers. So one of the things I love to think about is that baseball players who hit the ball 3 out of 10 times while they're at the plate go to the Hall of Fame and make millions of dollars.
Yep.
So what that means is they actually are out 7 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And these are the best of the best ever to play the game.
I've never heard of that, Paul. I've never heard it said that they get out 7 out of 10 times. I've only ever heard it said that they hit 3 out of 10 times. Exactly.
So, but how many people in business? So there's 2 ways of stating it in business. So one way you could say is that I get 1 yes out of every 5 people I talk to. Or you could say I get 4 no's out of every 5 people that I talk to.
Why would you even bring up a no?
Yeah, yeah. So it's people have a choice on how they want to use language and how they want to look at things. And obviously getting 1 yes out of every 5 is the way to look at it. I'm just going to focus on the yeses. And I don't really care if 4 said no. As a matter of fact, I don't care if 400 say no. I'm looking for 4 aces. And if I got to talk to 400, 500 people, who cares? I'm going to find those 4 aces. I was determined to find those 4 aces in that inner circle of 12 and build a $1 million business myself. So it can absolutely be done. It's just our message to you today is that you're looking at numbers as opposed to bringing emotions into it. Yeah. It's
so true.
Yeah. So Cheryl, let's talk about the Power One. So every business out there, again, Cheryl and I own the Institute of Holistic Health. I also own a restaurant franchise I just mentioned. So they all have numbers to it and a business plan in place that's based on numbers. So we're not here to make any kind of income claims. When someone comes to me and says, Paul, I want to buy a franchise from you for a restaurant franchise, I show them the numbers. I'm not making any huge claims. I'm saying this is what's happened. That's it. And if you do this math, you would see that if you spend 30% on payroll, 30% on food costs, and 30% on admin costs, 10% goes to you. That's the game plan. Now, to stick to that is a whole other conversation, but there's always a game plan going into it. So Cheryl, I would love to go over this Power One business plan with you and get your take on it and why you love it so much.
Oh, well, first of all, what I really love about it is that it is broken down so that I can easily and quickly see the things that I need to do every day, right? Because I think that's really important. So this is the plan. We need to have a plan. So this is what we're talking about. So it's the plan of the things that I do every single day, the people that will become my clients, the people that will actually become coaches, and then just everything from there. And then what happens is what I love about it, and we're talking about the numbers, right? And so I love that if you follow exactly what it says and do exactly what it says, then you know exactly how much money you will make. You know exactly everything that will happen, and it will all fall into place. And it's not a guessing game. So I think, and I've always kind of, said, oh, I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants gal, which that's nice, but to see those numbers and to know them and to know what I need to do every single day to get to those numbers was really a game changer for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Cheryl, walk us through the beginning of this here, year one, so if you're becoming a certified holistic health coach, what is your focus in your first year of being a coach?
Okay, well, what we want to focus on is we want to share the health evaluation 5 times per week. Now from sharing, go ahead.
No, that's
okay. And then from sharing that, we know that we will be able to get 1 new client per week, right? And so if we share it 5 times a week, at least one of those people, remember what we said, right? 1 out of 5. Then one of those people will become our client.
Now, is that best case scenario, Cheryl, or worst case scenario?
Well, I believe it's worst case scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I get 5 out of 5, at least 4 out of 5. I know you always get 5 out of 5. So as you get better, you do this for 25 years. I don't care what business you're in. At the beginning, we only got 1 out of 5. We weren't that good, but as time went on, we got 2 out of 5 and 3 out of 5, and our skills got better. And now, we can get 4 out of 5.
Well, right. We've probably done it about 10,000 times, Paul, or maybe a little more.
Yeah, just roughly.
And that's how many you need to do to be an expert, right? Is 10,000 times. Okay, so getting that 1 new client per week, you can also, we also know that you will be able to get 1 new certified holistic health coach per month.
That's 1 out of 4.
That's right. That's 1 out of 4, because you're going to be doing the health evaluation, remember, 5 times per week. 5 times 4 is 20. And then 1 of those will be a certified health coach. out of those people, but then you're going to be signing one person up. So out of those people, you will get one. So it's 1 out of 4.
So let's say I follow your plan, Cheryl. It sounds pretty easy. What would happen? What would my results be after the first year?
Well, that's just incredible. Thank you for asking. So the results would be 52 new clients.
So I
and
got one a week.
12 What?
I got one a week. So it's
Yes,
52.
one a week. And then out of those 52 clients, 12 of them, or 20%, will want to become a holistic health coach.
Wow. So I'm going to have 52 new clients at the end of the year, and I'm going to have 12 health coaches on my team.
I will mention one thing, Paul. You will need to tell the clients that that is available to them.
Oh, okay.
So that
So we
they
got a
do
coach
know,
and lead.
yes, so that they do know that it is something that they can do also.
Yeah. Well, it's been super easy to do that because, with our plan here at the Institute, getting people's health score up has been extremely easy. I mean,
Right.
we know exactly how to make someone healthy. So when they see their health score go from 15 to 95, they want to, they've seen such an impact on themselves that they want to naturally want to go help other people with this as well.
Yeah. And I think that is really important to remember, the importance of getting that health score and then revisiting that every 30 days. Super important.
Yeah. So what should I do in year 2, Cheryl?
Well, year 2 is, I think it's just incredible. So each of your 12 health coaches will follow the same plan that you have.
The same
Right.
piece of paper.
Same exact one.
Okay.
And as they do that, you will have 624 new clients because each of your 12 coaches has got their 52 clients, right? So I'm guessing that 12 times 52 is 624.
You would guess right.
See, there you go. And then also you would have 125 new health coaches on your team.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
That sounds pretty
seriously,
impressive.
it's awesome. I think it's so great. And then, but listen to this, like that is impressive. But what's really awesome is what happens to you and for you as you follow the business plan. So within 2 years, your sales will be at $100,000 per month.
Wow.
That is unbelievable, right?
So you're making a 6-digit income after 2 years with this business plan.
That's exactly right. And your monthly commissions, which I love to talk about, I would rather say that because it seems like, I mean, it's just so fantastic, would be approximately $8,400 a month.
Yeah. I mean, that's unbelievable for 2 years of work. And everything you said so far sounds pretty simple.
It really does. Actually, as I'm reading this, I'm just really concerned that I haven't been following this exactly because it is so simple, right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It really is.
So that's exciting, Cheryl, but let's, I know we're tight on time here, but let's go one more year. Let's go to year 3 and, we don't get crazy here, but let's just do one more year.
Okay. And everybody knows, right? It's the power of one. Everybody that we've just been talking about is using the power of one business plan, every single person, right? And so year 3, you'll have 6,500 new clients. We went from 624 in year 2 to 6,500 in year 3. And then new health coaches, we went from 125 new health coaches to 1,300 new health coaches. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So if you add all that together, where would you be at the end of 3 years?
So 7,176 clients.
7,000 clients.
Yeah, 7,000 clients and 1,437 certified health coaches on your team.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, what would someone be making approximately or doing per month in business?
Yeah, well, they would be in the Millionaires Club and they would be making $92,400 a month in commissions.
Wow. Again, this is not an income claim. We're not here to say that. We're just saying this is pure math. This is if you do the math, everyone follows a simple plan at the very beginning of the piece of paper. This is what you can be earning. And we'll post a copy of this. You can print it out and read it for yourself and post it on your wall. But we encourage everybody at the Institute of Holistic Health to read this piece of paper 2-3 times a day, because the more you cultivate this in your mind and keep the numbers in the front of your mind instead of the emotions, you are more likely to keep going, because you're like, I see the numbers. Who cares if I just got 4 no's? I'm going to get a yes the next one. And we know that the average person, whether they're selling houses or selling supplements or selling whatever in the world, you get 2 no's, they quit. 2 no's it takes for someone to quit on whatever business they're in.
And I want to say again, Paul, it is because people take it personally.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not saying you, they're just saying no to the plan.
Right. They're just saying no because they don't even know. Like, no means they don't know. Right.
Yeah.
They don't know, because if people knew, then of course they would be involved. Right. I mean,
yeah,
honestly,
but I mean, Cheryl and I, we share this piece of paper with dozens and dozens of people all the time. And a lot of people say they don't want to do this. They don't care if I can make $1 million a year in 3 years. This isn't what they want to do. Totally fine. But we keep on showing the piece of paper to people. And lo and behold, we found 12 people each and more that understand the piece of paper, following the piece of paper and doing it. So it's been fantastic, Cheryl. I love this numbers, and I know you got to take off here, but I'm going to go through, now that we know what the numbers are, it's keeping track of the numbers. Are you doing what you're supposed to do on a daily basis? So in our notes, and we'll post this sheet again, is a daily tracker that we made up for the coaching program. And but you can make it up for your business. So whatever business you're in, Cheryl and I are obviously Elevate. So we believe that everything has 8 things to it. And lo and behold, over the years, I've researched all types of different businesses, and there really is about 8 things to do in most businesses to focus on. So we've come up with a sheet here. It's called the Weekly Action Tracker, where people can put a goal in for the week, and the goal should be 5 health evaluations, 1 new member. This month I want to sign up 1 new health coach, and you track your numbers down. In the bottom here section, if you get to number 6, is personally enrolled into the coaching program. This is the lead section. So really, if you look at your emotional state comes first. We talk about breakthroughs, and that the way you have a breakthrough is to change your state first, change your story second, then come up with a strategy. So today we're talking strategy, but the most important thing is being in the right state of mind and having a story in your mind that I can do this, and knowing what your future looks like. Again, that's why Cheryl and I are obsessed with vision boards. But when you break it down, when you break the numbers down and put these goals in for the week, now you're number focused and as opposed to being emotional focused. So you're looking at this, and you're like, okay, I got to get this week right. So you work Monday, Tuesday, and I can't encourage you enough to keep track of the numbers. What it's going to do is it's going to program your mind that this is a numbers game, that this is business. It's not personal. Who cares about the no's? Who cares about people quitting or whatever they're doing? Stay focused on the numbers, stay focused on what you're going after, which in the end, so with our particular pay model, if you have 9 car qualified 1-stars, which is the 8th line at the bottom there, you have unlimited money and unlimited freedom. That's all you got to do is get to 9. We don't even require 12. Now I have 12 because I like a little extra in case one of the 9 don't work out. But you only need 9 to reach 5-star executive, which is pretty much the highest you can go. So it's knowing daily that I am going to get that line 8 to be 9. No matter what. I mean, whatever it takes, I'm going to get this bottom number to be 9 to get the 5-star. Now, if you only want to live a 2-star lifestyle, you only need 3. If you want to, so depending on what star you want to hit, if you want to live a 5-star lifestyle, it's getting that bottom number to 9. That's the whole key. So can't encourage you enough to print this out every week, fill these numbers in on the goal, and then work it across, and every single day be focused on the numbers and doing the work. Now, a lot of people see the business plan that we show them. They see the daily tracker, that it's all there. We are 1,000% sure this works if you just do it. But why do so many people not do it? Like, they say they want to do it, they want it bad, but they don't do it. And it's a lot of people say, we go back to identity, where they're just not that type of person. Or another question that often gets asked is, can you change somebody? And you hear a lot of people out there say, you can't change somebody. It's impossible to change somebody. That's not true. If you watch the movie, The Christmas Carol, you will find out that 3 different ghosts showed up and changed Scrooge, who was the meanest guy in the whole world, to someone who was extremely giving and loving within a 2-hour movie. How in the world did 3 ghosts change the meanest guy in the world to someone who's super loving and kind? Well, what they did is they went to his past and said, so you didn't do the work, or in his case, he was mean to people. And because of that, look at all the pain you caused in the past. And you felt all that pain. And because you kept being that way, look at your present. And they show people that hate him and are saying all these bad things about him. He has no family life and all these bad things are happening. And then the real kicker is the 3rd guy that comes in and shows him his future if he continues to act this way and have these beliefs. And he sees how painful his future is going to be if he continues along this track. So when you can make your past super painful, your present super painful, and see that your future will be super painful if you don't start doing this and filling in these numbers and making this happen, then you will finally take the action necessary to make this happen. But there has to be pain involved. There has to be a situation where you feel like you have no other choice but to move forward. And there was so much pain that Scrooge felt that he had to make a mental switch change in his mind, because otherwise it was just way too painful. So with this, it's going back and looking at your past and being like, okay, I haven't built a business yet. What does that cost you in the past? So maybe in the past, you couldn't take trips you want to take. You couldn't buy certain things for your family, or do certain things for yourself. Or, you had maybe a limited, and you were always having to have a job, and somebody else told you when you could take a vacation, or when you can go to the bathroom, or when you could eat lunch. So there's so much pain involved in that. And then the present, you're like, well, that's still happening. I still can't pay my bills. There's more bills than I have money. My credit cards are maxed out. And you can look at your current situation, and you want to look at the things that are painful right now, that had I built this business back whenever, I wouldn't be in this situation now. Now, what's even more painful is, let's pretend you continue to not fill out this sheet of paper and you continue to not do the work. What is your life going to be like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? The answer is, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same as your past. It's going to be the same as your future. So you have to feel that pain, that you will continue to not have the type of lifestyle that you want if you continue on to not take the actions. And the whole point of this exercise is to associate more pain with not doing it than doing it. Because a lot of people look at the sheet of paper and be like, Paul, that's a lot of work. That's going to be hard. What's hard is not living your dreams, not having what you want in life, not living the lifestyle you want to live. That's hard. Filling out this sheet of paper is super simple. So you got to pick your hard. If you want to call this sheet of paper hard, fine. Which hard do you want to have? Do you want to have the hard of filling this out, or the hard of living the rest of your life without the things you want? Having that vision board on your wall, but none of those things coming true ever. As a matter of fact, odds are things will get worse. So that's our podcast for today. I didn't leave on a great enlightening note there, but hopefully this moves you, and you see that, oh yeah, like Paul and Cheryl talking to me today. I have been very emotional in my business. I've taken a lot of things personally, and I'm going to make that switch today. I'm going to start thinking of this business as a numbers game, the math behind this. And I'm going to keep reading this Power of One business plan, or whatever your business plan is, and keep cultivating that in your mind. And then remember the three ghosts in the Christmas Carol, and always think back to your past, the painful things that are going on now, and the painful things that will happen in your future if you don't do this. And if you focus on that, you can use that pain to push you to levels that you've never even thought you could get to. It happens that way for everybody. You know, if you want to lose weight, you know, I see people, they find a picture of themselves or someone takes a picture of them and they're like, that's so painful. And you can see pictures in your past where you looked overweight and you look so bad in that picture. So you would just associate all this pain. And you know, if you continue to not take your supplements, not eat right, not drink water, not exercise, you're going to continue to be that weight in the future. And what is that going to cost you? You know, what is, you know, time with, you know, you're probably going to die early. You're probably going to have less time with your children or your grandchildren or with your family. So there's a big price to pay. So you can either pay the price now and do the work, or pay the price later. I just absolutely rather pay the price now, because the price now is super small, where the price later is huge. So that's our call today. Hope you got some value from this. We'd love to hear your comments on this, and we look forward to talking with you on Thursday at Elevate Your Leadership. Bye for now.